preamble so that I have the section of the lecture. If we get the whole board. Is it on?
Yeah. It's recorded.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot. All right, so the overarching culture and the environment of the class, as you know, I like to replicate a clinical environment in a laboratory in the class and move away from really the stale aspects, I believe, associated with really the academic environment. There's nothing wrong with it, but I like to replicate real world environment, bring the real world in and simulate the stresses associated with the real world. So the way we're going to do that is we'll be doing a laboratory clinic that will be the overarching culture and psychology of the class. It's going to be a business trading environment, a business trading simulation. Justin, you want to focus. The corporation is called Global Trading Corporation. It's not Derivative Trading Corporation. I've expanded it to a global basis. Let's go through the specifications of the organizational design. This is how we design the corporation. If I was going to design one of these companies based off of my experience with global corporations, this is how I would design it. It would be a private company headquartered in San Francisco, and we would have offices around the world. New York, obviously, London, Paris, Frankfurt, Madrid, Moscow, maybe St. Petersburg, or Ontario, Canada, Mexico City, Sao Paulo, Brazil, Buenos Aires, Argentina, Sydney, Australia, New Delhi, Tokyo, Hong Kong, Shanghai, Beijing, Singapore, Johannesburg, Oslo, and Rome. I mean, there's probably other areas in emerging markets, but these are basically the main regions and the main money centers across the globe. Okay? We have people in all of these offices. And actually what you're going to do later for the student instructor presentation for next week, you were going to pick one of these money center locations, and you're going to conduct a little research. And you're going to do just a mini 12-minute presentation. I'll go through that in a minute. Since we're a global organization, we're about $159 billion in assets under management. That's probably pretty small. We should probably be, $1 trillion or half a trillion. But, I just wanted to make it of magnitude. I'm the CEO of the company. I'm actually looking for a president, person to basically oversee the operations of the organization, to be like a chief of staff. We have an investment committee that we report to for both large investments or large exposures or large institutional trades or risks that may have emerged, or technology projects and capital budgets that need to be approved. We'll also go through the investment committee. The board of directors, which is the governing structure that will oversee corporate governance and really be our liaison between us, the senior managers, but also regulators, politicians, and large institutional investors and other investors that we work with. And then the board of directors, obviously, it could also be partners or investors in the company. And we are really a private company, a private C Corp. So we do issue shares in the company as grants and options to our senior level executives and other employees for retention and motivation purposes. We have regional executive directors by region. We have divisional managers by product line. The directors are also partners in the company. We have senior and junior analysts. We have systems and data analysts and engineers that, since we're so data intensive and with the advancements in cloud and processing computers, we need to have a full-time staff really focusing on the engineering side of the data and the quant, really in conjunction with the project management office and the other IT staff. We have quantitative engineers and financial engineers and quants that are basically building all the quant models and updating them and building new processes and quantitative analysis for predictive purposes, but also to get an idea of what portfolio risks we are exposed to, but also any trading exposures too. And we're always looking for good execution, through the technology. We have financial and economic analysts, because we have an economics department, and financial analysts are constantly working on either M&A or intrinsic valuations, or credit default swaps, or whatever it is that we're trying to utilize either on our own behalf, on our own proprietary accounts, or on the behalf of our clients. And also trading and portfolio analysts and traders that we work with too. The divisional lines, we have trading, portfolio, investment banking, consulting, economic and market research, and technology, and new process and product development. This is our product and process development. It's designated, it's like our R&D staff that's focused mainly on creating new types of financial products and processes that we can deliver to the marketplace. And, sell them to Goldman or Merrill or whoever wants to buy them. We'll engineer them, and then we'll sell them the IP. And then we'll make a market in it. So the org structure of GTC is obviously the CEO, president, and then you have the managing directors, or analysts, or the junior heads of the divisions. And this is also by geography too. Obviously, we report to the investment committee. Compliance is a big deal because we have to deal with regulators. We have our own designated legal department that does all the contracts and all the contract work around the securities law and regulation. We have the trading and portfolio division, the investment manager. We do a lot of mergers and acquisitions, the advisory. We may be part of the selling group or underwriting group on some of these M&As with Goldman and Merrill and JP and those guys. We have the technology and product development and financial engineering department, consulting and economic research. We produce our own in-house views of where the markets are going and where the economies are going. And we also do political risk assessment and political risk indexation so that we can get a clearer view of the political implications that may affect our trading and our portfolio and our clients' monies. And then we have legal and HR and regulatory compliance. And what supports all of this is really admin, accounting, reporting, telecom, IT infrastructure. We have a program and project management office that handles all of our IT and product development. And we have legal support, HR support, and then marketing, communications, media relations, client relations. Any questions on the organizational structure or how you should be kind of internalizing, how you should be thinking as you kind of move through this class, and who you are and where you are in the organizational structure? We're all finance people, so you will be working with the marketing and communications department. You would probably be in one of these three core areas, and then figure out what office you want to work in too, because we do rotations across the globe. And then we do have you take language immersion classes too, so you become multi-thing. Daily, weekly meetings, we have 3 weekly meetings. You're expected to get into the office at 4 o'clock in the morning. The meetings start at 5. In that hour, you're conducting the market research, you're doing an audit of the trade positions and the portfolio exposures, and you're preparing your trading brief that you're going to bring into the meeting to be presented to us. At 5 a.m., it's the managing directors meeting. We're going to give a market, portfolio, and trade position exposures. You're going to give me an update on where the opportunities and exposures are within our trades and our portfolio. You're going to give us market forecasts and where you think the markets are going, and if there's any political uncertainty or economic stresses that are occurring on a global basis, we're going to need to know that as soon as possible. What the trade and portfolio impacts are going to be, and a lot of this is already programmed into dashboards, so don't worry about it. We'll have access to that stuff on our phones and our tablets and our laptops when we bring them in, so you can we'll already have a lot of that stuff up, so you can just walk us through the dashboard. Trade recommendation you're going to make, and then we'll vote on approvals I believe in a majority rule consensus. I don't need everybody's majority rule. We just need a majority of a majority, let's say. I mean, if people want to abstain, that's totally fine because there might be conflicts of interest, but I want some kind of rule-making, decision-making where we can vet what needs to be done, and then if everybody approves it and gives any feedback, then we can move ahead and do the capital allocations to the trades. And then executions will be available to you for advice on any executions or execution problems that you may have. And if you need some staff or you need some technology, we'll get you the resources you need to be able to do the executions in the time frame that you've already established. And then lastly, we have a knowledge base, an enterprise resource planning platform where everything that we talk about and everything that we do feeds back into the system for best practices, so that we're learning constantly from our knowledge that we're accumulating so that we make smarter decisions more decisively to make sure that we're not making any mistakes in the process. Any questions on that? No? Okay, will you turn that off again, and then we're going to turn this on again?